Hello everybody, this is Zerda with Zerda MTG, and I'm back at it again today with another historic gameplay video. Alright, so today we're going to be playing a little bit of Bant Nexus since I finally got those Teferi Time Ravelers I've been needing. So here's our list. We have 2 Blink of an Eye, 2 Search for Azcanta, 4 Growth Spiral as our 2 drops. A little bit of interaction with opposing Teferis there, just really good with Wilderness Wreck and Teferi Hero of Dominaria. Yes, I am only running 1 Wilderness Wreck. Don't have that many instant speed threats. I'll go over some of the choices in a little more detail as I get to them. 3 Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Uro just kind of being one of the best threats you can pair with Tamiyo, and in a Nexus deck, it helps you draw towards, just on its own, it can fuel a Nexus loop if you have gotten low enough on in your library. Normally done with Tamiyo. 4 Teferi Time Raveler, because this card is completely absurd, and if we have it out, they can't interrupt our Nexus loops. We don't have to worry about counter magic anymore. We can cast Cleansing Nova as an instant. The reason I don't have Shadow the Sky is I'm working towards those wild cards. These Settle the Wreckages will slowly become them. We have 3 Tamiyo, as it fuels Uro and is pretty good with Nexus. It also lets us recur some of our other important cards. The 1 Wilderness, simply because we don't have that many instant speed threats, and we have Teferi to help our search, and a little bit of our ramp. Also Uro into Teferi, quite a powerful play. 4 Settle the Wreckage, as it is our only 4 mana sweeper option since I don't have Settle or Shadow the Sky. I do believe these absolutely should be Shadow the Sky. At which point I could see playing this deck a little bit differently. But for now, that's what we're doing, and we'll see if maybe we can have it be a little bit better since people won't be expecting it. 2 Cleansing Nova just to get some sweepers that we can cast through a Teferi. 4 Teferi Hero of Dominaria, just probably one of the strongest planeswalkers ever printed. Pre-war, I should say. But once it's down, it's absolutely absurd. It just draws you cards, untaps your lands, ramps you into Nexus, so you have a nice curve of Uro, Teferi, Nexus as your ideal. It answers any permanent type, and its ultimate will eventually win the game with its -3, because you'll exile their board, and then start putting Teferi back into your own library. Of course, we have quite a few more win conditions, probably won't need to do that. 1 copy, of Shark Typhoon, just because it's good against Teferi 3. And it is pretty good in Nexus loops, as it means you just get a 7/7 and an extra turn every time you cast one. And 4 Nexus, as it is the namesake of the deck, and is the primary thing we're trying to do. Just get value out of casting Nexus over and over and over again until we can win. Mana base, 1 Castle Vantris, for our only real notable lands outside of Temple of Mystery. We're running 1 temple in place of one of the Hinterland Harbors. I should probably up my Scryland count. Not too sure yet. This is going to be a first draft. Future versions of this deck will probably be a lot different. Temple Gardens are kind of just a concession to I need more mana sources that are both green and white. Not too sure how happy I am with them. I'm not entirely sure how this mana base is going to progress going forward either. I could easily see maybe dropping another Hinterland Harbor for another temple. Maybe dropping just temples in a few places here, honestly. Could also E-blue-white temple, probably not the Temple Garden, because it's only there to fix mana right now. And if I could get away with having a tapped green-white source, I would, trust me. As for this sideboard, 2 Scrabbling Claws for a little bit of graveyard hate, 3 Aether Gust, because it's just really damned good. Anything that's red and green, and Gruul is quite a good deck right now. 2 Dovin's Veto, because when we counter a Teferi, we don't want Mystical Dispute to ruin our day. 4 Timely Reinforcements, because, have you read the card? And have you seen our deck? We're not exactly low to the ground and interactive, so Timely will catch us back up against Mono Red and Gruul. Mystical Dispute, because if we're playing against another blue deck, we're going to want this effect. And 1 Shark Typhoon for other Teferi decks, and just matchups where I want to be a little bit more on the board. Alright, and that's everything. It says invalid, but that's just because it's invalid for best of 1. So let's go ahead and jump into best of 3 and play some Bant Nexus. Probably incredibly poorly. Alright. I'm gonna try doing a new thing today. I'll only be recording 3 games per video. See how long they are and just post that. That way you guys don't get bogged down with hour-long videos every time I post. And just see if y'all are liking that more. Alright, I will absolutely play first, and I will positively mull. 26 lands isn't because we don't want to draw them. You know, I'll keep 6, although I'm not super thrilled about it. I'll bin the Cleansing Nova for now. Just because I am currently dreaming of that curve. I'll drop the Castle Vantress, I suppose, into a search. And I find a forest for next turn. Uh-oh. Do I get greedy and just search for the land I absolutely want? I think I do. I could get punished very hard for that, and I think I'm going to. But I'm still going to try and search for that green source, because if I'd found it there, dropping an Uro would have been quite nice. It's Fairy 3, I feel. Yep. There it is.
You show remorse.
Yep.
I'll show respect. Trust me. I have a plan.
Alright, now we're in trouble. We're in big trouble. Yep, that was definitely a greedy play. Oh.
I'll protect you.
That's just how it goes sometimes.
There are so many mysteries.
Alright, we might very soon fall so far behind we just can't catch back up. Especially now that they have a Narset. I'll just take whatever land I can get now. See if I can get away with not revealing that I'm also green. Potentially make them board strangely against me.
Hone your
Do
prowess.
they whiff again? Nope, Narset of Ancient Ways. Oh. Alright, that's probably just the end
Keep
of
up the
everything.
pace. Let's try this.
Creature or Planeswalker? You. Yeah, I think that's a concession so that they don't see that I'm Nexus. I'm not really gonna beat that board anyway. So Dovin's Veto, Mystical Dispute, Shark Typhoon. Do not want the Reclamation in this matchup, that's not what it's about. Definitely don't want the Settled Wreckages. Probably don't want the Cleansing Novas either, honestly. So what do I want in its place? Do I actually want the Wilderness Wreck then? I think so. Alright. Used to boarding those out in control-y matchups, but I suppose not. So that was an early concession, but I think we're more likely to win game 2. I think our combined win percentage for game 1 and 2 is higher if we concede there than if we keep playing. Alright, I'll keep it, but this is a risk. Opponent's immediately gonna know what's up. And now, I'm pretty sure they know we're Nexus. Just gonna go ahead and spiral now. Some debate. gonna hold on to the Teferi 3 until I can hold up protection for it. So how does it want me to cast this right now? If they cast their own Teferi 3, then we would have, there we go, just growth spiraled into Dovin's Veto. Now, we get to play our own Teferi and hold up a Dovin Veto to protect it. Unless they'd veto us. That would be bad. Yep. Well, nothing we can do about it. We're off to a good mana advantage. See if we can actually draw one more land and slam the Teferi Hero of Dominaria to truly take advantage of it. As long as it's not a veto, we're not in the worst shape. They have dispute. Excellent. This could be bad if they slam their own Teferi. Or not. Maybe I should have also done the planes. Because now they might be thinking it could also just be a growth spiral.
Let's slow this down. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Suppose. Not sure if I want a plus, minus, or nexus. Not sure if I want to try and Tameo or if I want to try and nexus is my problem right now. I guess I'll draw. I'm not going to deal with the Teferi yet. Then I'll drop Tameo.
Let us have a storied battle worth telling.
And
Seek
I will
and
name
find.
either a... I think I want Fairy Time Rifle. Actually, let me see. Yeah, I'll just minus. Oh, too late. Let's name Search for Asconta, because if I draw it, I want to deploy it. Triumph.
My prowess is on I have just the trick for this.
Suppose this will be a Nexus turn.
That's more like it.
Yes. I'll name Nexus with Tameo as well.
I think you will find my notes helpful.
And we enter the Narset.
Not so
To
fast.
deal with. Name Nexus again.
To the library.
Alright, that's basically game over. Yeah. So I think our opponent not knowing we were Nexus is definitely what won us that game. I might want, over the Wilderness Wreck, I think I'm actually going to bring in these Crabbling Claws to help mess with their, what's it called? With their Search for Asconta. And also it's just kind of a cantrip. Let's see. I don't think I change anything else. I don't think I really get that luxury. I'm more geared towards fixing creature matchups than I am towards fixing, you know, control matchups. How heavily can I lean on that search? That would be pretty heavily. Then again, I do get 2 card draw. Okay. I get 2 looks at the 3rd land to try and drop something. I think they're just gonna opt here. I did find my forest, which is a relief. Unless I draw another land this turn, I'll slam the search over the growth spiral. And now I've got a debate. Yeah. I don't want to just put a search into a mystical dispute. Or throw search into a mystical dispute yet. Opponent's debating. I doubt they counter a growth spiral. Alright, so here I just don't feel like slamming any of my important cards into their counter magic. And if they want to use it on Uro, then more power to them. Alright. Excellent. Uro was one of my least important cards there.
Past, present, and meditate.
Alright, now as
and
long
prepare.
as everything goes well. Alright, excellent. Now I get to not only play Teferi, but also
I can no longer stand by and watch.
and plus Teferi.
I've got it.
With thoughtfulness before action.
I think next turn is just going to be a Shark Typhoon cycling turn. Oof. Alright. That one is problematic, but not the end of the world. Don't need more lands yet. I thought I just said no lands, but I suppose the deck didn't actually care. With luck, they down turn.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Not on that. It's not what I meant, opponent. Unsure of what I should kill first. Guess it'll depend on what I draw on the off of the Shark Typhoon. Uh-oh. Let's make it 4/4. What should I try to kill first? Suppose that settles it. Kill the Teferi. Really hope that wasn't them, just next leveling me and okay, good.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Dovin's Veto going to be very big here. I was worried about them cycling a Shark Typhoon for 1 to block. Was part of that. Alright. Dead afterwards, and it also kills my shark, so not let you 2-for-1 me on just putting a card in there.
That fears mystery. It strike with the cunning mind of the dragon.
Well, there goes my answer. Goodbye, Temple Garden. Hello, extra turn. And transform search for Oscanta. That's a transform. Oh. Or Planeswalker is annoying. I think I have to wait. Could take the blink of an eye to protect my Teferi from the Elspeth Conqueror's death. I think I like that. I suppose it doesn't actually
You show remorse,
accomplish
I'll
much.
show restraint.
Other than being able to do that. This is unfortunate. I suppose I won't be protecting my Teferi then. Yeah, they can kill it anyway. I'll just get the Narset off the board while it's still an
You need to take
option,
time out.
so that my Uro at least will draw me cards. Should have considered the +1 didn't do anything there. That is my mistake. Still don't think I had any good plays there.
Right on. Hold that thought.
That's a concern. Oh, do I get to trade for the Narset? I'd be happy with that. Excellent. I am more than happy to trade for Narset.
I know 88 ways to keep an open mind.
Uh-oh. That one could be a problem. Alright. Sarkhan can be a very big problem. I'm in a very interesting position here. Or I guess Dovin's veto is down. They could have another one. In fact, I'm almost positive they just have another one. Time to find out. I don't think I'd draw a card if I bounced Nars. No, I would have. But alas, I'd rather keep the Ascanta open either way. There we go. For shame. Oh, as long as I can keep the Sarkhan out for a turn, I guess I'll be happy.
Hurry!
Nothing I can do about it. Please do redeploy Narset. There we go. Don't get to use my search, but at least I don't have to deal with a Narset. And that was the last turn I believe I was ever going to be able to use that card anyway. Can I find something good, I hope? Indeed.
Let's slow
I
this
believe I'll
down.
just tuck there to Teferi. Alas.
Time much more malleable than people think.
And I'll be allowed just to keep dragging. 4-4.
We begin!
Don't need a growth spiral. I do believe I'll just cycle that. What are they getting back? Narset, Time Raveler. And I do believe I'm going to attempt to kill their Tarpon with
This
it if
isn't
they
a
plus.
fight you can win.
And attack. So be it.
Here we go.
Yep.
I can no longer stand by and let's skip to the good part.
I will call the dragons.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sir, I do play Shark Typhoon. Now please. Oh please, let me just blark that. Block, not blork. That sucks. There we go. Do I actually now get to answer a Teferi? I hope so. Which Teferi do I attack? Because I do have my own Teferi to tuck. I think it's gotta be. No. I'll answer Teferi 3. I'll use Teferi 5 alongside Dove and
Just let me
Vito
know if you're up
to
for
answer
round
their
two.
Teferi 5.
This isn't a fight you can win. I'm not ready for this quite yet.
And I accept the sacrifice of my Teferi to their dragon. Absolutely not, however. I don't need them reanimating as well. Oof, the pain.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Goodbye, Shark.
Let's take it back.
Goodbye, Teferi. Hello, search for Elskanta activation. Think I'll take a Tamiya? Then I'll down tick, get my Teferi, answer there. Actually,
The moon looks intriguing tonight.
yeah, down tick, get my Teferi, but I'm going to plus, not minus. Or do I grab Blink of an Eye? And then bounce their dragon. I'll get my Teferi.
The storied past holds our future.
Play my Teferi.
Trust me,
And if I...
you'll thank me later.
Yes, I do think this is just a down tick.
Reverse!
And I'll risk this falling to a dispute. Because I think I just kind of need to
We
get
need to move
something
quickly.
going. Very.
I won't. You know what? I'm not
They've
done
opted
yet.
to draw. Oh, and we got him. We're gonna start drawing. Eventually Tamio deals with Teferi. We dig ridiculously deep every turn, and the opponent just wasn't having it. Alright, so there's one game with Bant Nexus. Ugh. Just the raw power of our cards managed to get us there. Let's play one more, at least, and see how that goes. Alright. New game starting against Metalcore. I don't think I'll keep this one. I think I will keep this one, and I'll just be a little bit sad about it. Debating on Nexus, Growth Spiral. I think Nexus. This hand's a long way away from needing it. As long as I draw a green source. I should be good eventually. Oh, there's the Nexus. Very glad I didn't even consider shipping that Settle the Wreckage. I might actually need this on turn 4. Fufu, I'm definitely going to need it on turn 4. Hope I make it that long. Used a green source there. Any more damage and I lose. Oh, well that's cool tech. That's the damage doubler? Say power doubler? Yeah. They got me with exact C's before I could do anything. Nice. Okay. So definitely gonna want those Aether Gusts. It's kind of what they're there for. I think 2 timelies. Doesn't exactly seem like a Shark Typhoon matchup. And I feel like as long as I can take control, I don't need all my Nexuses. Teferi is a little slow, and this Teferi is a little not good enough. And I think we'll run it like that. I am very concerned about them having blue for more than Hedonist Climb. It means post-board they can have Mystical Dispute, and that can really ruin my day. Nothing scarier for a slow control-y combo deck than an opponent who can not only present a turn 4 kill, but also, you know, counter the critical wrath. I'll definitely play first. And I shall keep this. I'll be scrying towards either... I don't think land, actually. Unless it's a white source. Either a white source, a growth spiral, an Uro, ironically. Anything of that nature. Alright. And I think I'll just pass. I think that was a mistake to just deploy the planes there. I wanted to wait for my opponent to be tapped out. And I can just bounce that with Teferi.
You show remorse. I'll show this. Might be a bad idea.
Uh-oh. Alright, well there's the questing base. Goodbye.
We will meet again.
I'll go ahead and timely here. No real reason to hold on. I can just chump the questing beast, it doesn't trample or anything. counter. Sure. When it gets close to flipping, I'll just gust the questing beast. Oh yes, that's right. I'll take the damage. Entirely forgot about its no blocking clause because I never really play creatures. That'll show me, eh? Excellent. And now, the questing beast goes bye-bye. To be shuffled into the library. Never miss those opportunities. To turn your spells into more than the sum of their parts. Absolutely not. This is my only chance to deal with you. Please dispute me, though. I would like to be able to ferry. Three, four, five. Dang. So yeah, there's no way to protect from dispute. I'll just drop the ferry and hope. Not the best of plans, I know, but basically all I have. And I got
Let's
lucky.
slow this down. No time for a break.
Good. Make our opponent wonder what that was for. Turn. White green and blue green. No, by all means. Alright, haste. And the next one will be trample. We get to settle the wreckage.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Gonna stop on our end step. Growth spiral. Drop. Absolutely. Attack. Turn. QQ. To float all. And the opponent has had enough there. They knew it was coming and decided not to wait for it. Let's see. I think I'm gonna play it the same way. Fairly certain I don't get the luxury of sitting back and holding up a mystical dispute that might be against an uncounterable haste trample threat. On the draw, if I can hit my land drops, this hand is really good. Curving Settle into Teferi is pretty good. Curving Growth Spiral into Tameo in a semi-fail case is also alright. I'm gonna keep this, although it's risky. Paradise Truth, so be it. I don't really mind if they use the counter on the Growth Spiral. I'd much rather them counter the Spiral than anything that comes after it. Vivian. Alright. Can't really do anything about it, so it happens.
Close your eyes and listen to the sounds of the wild.
So now, to save myself the time,
We're fit enough to survive.
so I think I will show them. They might think it's subtle, but this one is very likely just going to be a kicked blink of an eye. Ooh, that'll flip. Not a fan of that. Nothing I can do yet. Maybe a timely reinforcements, actually?
This'll be fun to watch.
Just so that Tamio doesn't straight up die just for being played. They could just give it flying anyway. Suppose I'm gonna timely so that I can start putting pressure on that Vivian. Something I really need to be doing. Very well. That is a biggin.
Stomping time.
I don't like you saying that, Vivian. Could you please not? Okay. Flying. Or sorry, flying and plus X. Do I... I think I do. I just Teferi plus here. And I hold up Blink of an Eye.
I can hold long. We need to move quickly.
No attacks. I don't like this, but I honestly believe it's kind of my only choice. If they go to Vivian minus, I Blink of an Eye, whatever they were. Well, not whatever. Specifically Hydroid Krasis. Just kind of having to bet that me doing this to them signals they shouldn't use Hedonist Climb. Or City in the Sky, whatever it's called. I don't want to browse over it and give them the idea. Okay, Questing Beast is a problem. Questing Beast is a very big problem. But I think what's going to happen is they're going to put counters on the Questing Beast. Which is exactly what I need to happen. Okay.
We're
Counters
fit
go on
enough to
Questing
survive.
Beast. And I think Questing Beast comes at me. And Krasis... Oh, dang. Okay. I cannot save Teferi. I cannot block. No, they did it smart. There's no way for me to stop that. Tap land. Pass turn. Subtle Directage is now my only hope. Winged Temple of Arazka is its name. Uh-oh. What kind of nightmarishly large creature is coming down now? Nissa. Well, I can't stop it, so I won't even try.
In this land, we are all connected. The land shall conquer you.
I'd get out of the way if I were you.
Not gonna do anything until after my opponent has committed. Use the Winged Temple. And I will pay the kicker and bounce Krasis. And be sad about it. All of those things at once. Search. Tap land. Pass turn. Settle is a pseudo fog. So let's see. Next turn, I'll be able to Tameo hold up Settle the Wreckage. This ult doesn't win the game. This doesn't really have an ult.
My, how you've grown.
See how this goes. Tameo is probably going to plus. No, that just telegraphs that I have Settle. Suppose I don't really have any choice but to telegraph it though. Alright, now I'm in a bad spot. If I can't Tameo plus Settle, then I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get to a point where I can win this game. And without a search for Azcanta, I'm quite far away from being able to stabilize and untap safely.
Harness the elements.
Okay. This is definitely a Tameo turn.
Let us see if your talents are worth cataloging.
And I think the only actual option is just... I guess I can trick them and grab Blink of an Eye. Then I'll plus play another Tameo next turn anyway. I kind of like the idea of trying to trick them into attacking with more creatures. They'll probably just attack the shifting Ceratops though,
I have
and
learned much from my ancestors.
nothing will really happen. Attacking is still pointless. I would just lose creatures for no real reason. Do you fall for it, opponent? I'm really scared of what they can -5 for. I think they will, because it's not lethal to just double up on the Ceratops.
Watch out.
Oh, I see.
They
I will
bite.
not stand for such violence.
I'll take 10. Not really much choice though.
for us.
I guess I could draw a Cleansing Nova. So I should Blink of the Eye. Blink of an Eye the Nissa, not the Vivian. I'm just really hoping they don't have a Mystical Dispute or anything even remotely similar. Seven mana open. Kick on Nissa. Hero. Not the worst draw. Definitely better, definitely worse draws. Just deploy the Euro. Because I need to keep drawing cards here. Nexus. At some point I'm gonna need you. Opponent's being very cautious. Maybe that was the turn to, instead of the play I made, Tameo, and name, yeah, I think that was the turn to Tameo, name, Cleansing Nova.
I'd get out of the way if I were you.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Two, three, four, one. Oh, another Hadana's climb. Okay. Now I might have a way out of this. As long as my opponent doesn't have instant speed removal for my Volcanic Trap.
I would like to ask about any lunar
I'm gonna dig for
anomalies
Nexus of
you have
Fate.
experienced. Let me aid your research.
No attacks. Resolve. Okay, Nexus of Fate. Are we going to steal this game? My god, we might. Let's once again name Nexus. Put that stop on our end step.
I know I noticed this somewhere.
Okay. Not out of this yet. Uro. Excellent. And I suppose we should timely, while we still get max value out of it. No attacks. QQ. Resolve. Nexus. And I suppose I will top that so that my Uro can swing with impunity. I'll attack you, opponent. plus name
Seek
Nexus
and
of
find.
Fate. And now, stop on my own step, check my bin. Alas, I think I will just be naming Nexus again. My deck is low enough.
I am Tamio.
Limit potion
It is an
I wish
honor to
keep.
meet you.
And I don't need to just lose my Tamio. I think if I whip here I lose, but if I
think
hit
you
I
will
win.
find my notes helpful.
Oh, there we go. Alas, close, but 18 cards left. Yeah, I think if we just lost the Tamio there from minusing to get back the, what do you call it, the Settler Wreckage, we weren't actually going to win.
Nature's true power. Strange and magnificent world.
They would just minus the Nissa, kill our Tamio. Attacking with the 1/1s was a mistake.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Yeah, I think I could have gotten out of this if I had
This'll be
just
fun to watch.
not attacked with the 1/1s. Weird you kept back the long way. See how much it is. Yep. If we'd been able to block those, they wouldn't have been able to do what they did. I'd have blocked. Okay. That's on us. And that is the video for today. I hope you enjoyed. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video.